Hey there, Beauty Bunch. I hope you're doing well. This is just Jennifer Beauty. Now, I know I've already given you an episode this morning, but I have just done a team training session live. And so I wanted to share this with you. It's kind of like a bit of a bonus. It's all about recruitment. So if you are not yet with a network marketing company and you want to run in my team, just check the show notes below where you can register your interest and I will get in contact with you. And if you do like this episode, please do me a massive favour, hit the subscribe or the download button, and also please rate a 5-star review if you wish to, as that helps get this podcast out to more people who need it. Enjoy! Thanks, Jade. I have got about 3 pages of notes here, and I know I don't have a lot of time, so Jade, please just cut into me when I've run out of time, okay? So after leadership, firstly, was fantastic, and I was sat next to my upline Colette, and I said to her towards the end, I'm going to recruit 28 people this year, and she wrote it down in her book, and she said, you've told me that, you're going to stick to it. So the first thing that I did was that I made myself accountable by telling my upline and my upline's upline of my goals. And as soon as I got home, the next day I crashed and chilled, but the day afterwards, I got out all of my notes and I wrote down what my main big goals were for the year, and then I worked it back and looked at what I would need to achieve month by month to achieve that big goal. Because quite often we'll set ourselves a yearly goal and then we'll get completely overwhelmed. If you break it up into bite-sized chunks, that 28 became 3 recruits a month. Then I was thinking, right, so how am I going to do 3 recruits a month? So I did a few things. I was always quite nervous about talking about the opportunity, and if someone ever came to me saying they're interested, I'd kind of go, okay, what now? So what I did was I signed up to some recruitment events, because the best thing to do when you're not completely confident and sure on, if someone asks you what's your elevator pitch and you think, I'm not sure, practice makes perfect. So I went into a recruitment event, and I tell you, 2 days of talking about the opportunity and about the business, that got my patter rolling off of the tongue. And then I signed up to, so it was just before leadership, I did the Wales Careers event, and that again was fantastic. So I saw lots of people talked about the opportunity, and I actually brought on 2 people from that. I've now signed up to one in London, which I can't wait for in November. So that was one of the things that I did, just to get myself more comfortable with having those conversations. Then I did a Facial and Find Out More event using my social media following. So I had 64 people attend that, and they all got their sample boxes. Some people bought products, and actually I was looking back, 7 of those people actually signed up. Didn't sign up straight away, but it was an introduction to the business and to the opportunities. So a little bit about social media is be clear, and not just social media, be clear on your niche, on who you want to attract. And Liz spoke about this just now, about the red car. If you are looking for people and have in your mind that you want to recruit people, you are going to notice those people so much more than if you weren't. So have that in the forefront and set your ideal recruit in your mind. Write down the list of types of people that you would want in your team, and they will pop out to you in day-to-day interactions. And make connections. So on social media, for example, join network marketing groups, join groups of interests that you have, and make connections. Don't just go in there to post about your opportunity or do a recruitment post, because people are just going to block you or just ignore you. It's all about making that connection and digging deep. I mean, imagine if you went into a network marketing group, and sorry to mention with the Body Shop, if we'd all made those connections with lots of other people in the industry, how many people would have come to us and they were looking for a new opportunity? So do that now. So selling is serving, and so is recruiting. So come from a serving attitude and know their why. So do they need extra income? Do they want a retirement project? Do they want to connect through experiences and build a new network? Use their why to close them as well, because that's so powerful. And that's, if you dig deep when you're having those conversations. I think Liz talked about having the business as your garden, a beautiful garden, and think of your seeds as your potential recruits, and you're throwing out your seeds. If you just leave them on the ground and think, oh, something will sprout, when you come back in the morning or a week later, a bird's probably flown down and eaten that seed and it's gone, and that's when you get ghosted. But if you dig a bit deeper and bury that seed in the ground and find out their why, find out their motivations, get to know them and build that connection, and when you come back, that seed will have sprouted. So using an example of that, I've got a follower on social media. She's been following me for 2 years. She doesn't buy anything, but she gets all of the facial packs, attends all of the events, and her husband at Christmas buys her some products. I reached out to her and said to her, you know, you love everything that we send you. You join everything. You're so engaged. Why aren't you using the products and buying them, you know, as a regular thing? And she said, I can't afford it. I would love to, excuse me, but I can't afford it. So then later on, I went back to her and talked to her about the opportunity, and she joined and she's already doing sales. So just by digging that bit deeper, you can build that connection and find out their why. Okay, posturing. So don't feel like you have to know everything and be on top of your business before you recruit. And this is a bit like staying in your lane that Liz said. It's imposter syndrome and it's not real. So whatever stage you are at, someone is further behind you and someone is inspired by you and someone wants to be like you. So share your journey. And, you know, whether you're sharing that through WhatsApp messages or through Instagram or, you know, during your pamper experiences, you know, you need to set that attraction and that inspiration for people to really connect with you and want to follow you. So going through social media, I was noticing that we're really not talking about the business and the opportunities and everything that it has to bring enough. So in your stories, I mean, really on average 10% of your following see your stories, and who posts the opportunity once and then thinks, oh well, I've done that on my story, so I won't do it again for another month. No, you need to be posting more often because not the same people are seeing your stories. And so make it for an attraction post, put it on your feed because more people will see your posts and your reels. Tell people when you're doing a Zoom training. Tell people when your team member sells £100 or £500 or £1,000 and celebrate them. Tell people when someone earns free product. Tell people when you go to an event, when you do an at-home experience, when you're on holiday but working from your phone. Tell people and share that because people are watching and they will start to see and start to want to know a little bit more about what you're doing. And people buy from people, so whether that is joining you in your team or buying products. Share your lifestyle, that is inspirational to some people. A lot of people think that their life is boring because they're living it every day, but actually people want to see that. And some people are looking at you and thinking, I wish I had a life like that. I'd give my left arm, left-handed, to be like that. So make sure you're doing that. And don't be scared about sharing the business and what you do on your social media, because don't be scared about losing followers because they're not your tribe. If they don't like what you're putting down, they're just ruining your algorithm for your engagement. So let them go and you will attract the people who want what you've got. So when you do attract someone, don't bombard people with too much at once. So think what's in it for me TV for them. So you want to share key things that will excite people and what they want to know. Reduce how much you're talking and listen to them. So often you can, if someone says they're interested in the opportunity, you send this massive long message about everything that it has to offer and then they go quiet and you're like, hello, did you read the message? Have a conversation. Give the information in drips and feeds like you are having a normal conversation face to face. And one really key thing for me is to say, what questions can I answer for you? Because then you get to find out what they want to know and not just assuming that they want to know something. And utilise third parties. So say, for example, you've got a potential recruit, she's a mum with a baby and she's saying, I'm not sure if I've got enough time for this. Use find, felt, found when you respond. So something like, I totally understand your concern. In fact, Susie, who joined me 3 months ago, she's got a 5-month-old baby and she found a way of working this into her life really seamlessly. In fact, would you like me to see if I can get you on a call with her and she can chat to you about how she found joining Temple Spa? Okay, so use your teams, use your network. So language, this one was really key for me. So some people get really nervous and scared about business opportunity, and there are some people that I've talked to about the opportunity before and they've said, oh no, I couldn't do that, couldn't do that. So I went back to them a couple of months later and said to them, in conversation, I think we were talking about a HelloFresh box actually, and I was saying, yeah, you know how when you get your HelloFresh box and they send you those coupons and say, if you recommend a friend, we'll give you 5% off your next order. They were like, yeah, I do that, I send it out to loads of my friends. I was like, well, with Temple Spa, we go further than that. We actually give you cash and it's up to 32.5%. So it's exactly the same. And 3 of them joined from that conversation. I'd asked them before, they were customers before, 3 of them joined on the spot. So try changing your language. I then also went to my old clients, and not my aging clients, my clients who hadn't bought in like the last 8 months. And I spoke to them in conversation about why they hadn't bought in 8 months. And it wasn't like a confrontational conversation, it was just having a chat with them, talk to them about their favourite products and have they replenished and and asking them why. And actually quite a few of them said their situation had changed and they couldn't afford it anymore. Some people had their hours reduced at work. Some people had taken a 20% pay cut with their job. And so then I talked to them about the opportunity, about becoming an ambassador and getting their products and still being able to enjoy their wonderful products, but being able to earn that extra income that they had lost, and they joined as well. So that in a nutshell is how I recruited 15 people since leadership. And just as a final thing, it was, I wanted to say, when you're thinking about yourself, what is it about your upline that got you to join them? Do more of that, okay? And if there is anything lacking, then make that change. Write down characteristics of what you want of a great upline and make sure you embody that. And finally, Zig Ziglar said, you can have everything you want in life if you help people get everything they want in life. So it's all about serving.
Okay, huge drop the mic moment there. Well done. Honestly, everyone just pop in wow comments into the chat because that was incredible. Like, incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. You inspired every single person on this call. My favourite bit actually was when you said about the HelloFresh. That's such a lovely way of thinking about it and how we go, that step further than that. So absolutely incredible. So thank you and well done on your results as well. So
thank you.
If you found this episode useful, please do me a massive favour and hit the subscribe button. And why not go and find me on Instagram at JustJenniferBeauty. Have a great day.